think it was a time to have another video about how to check if you have diastasis recti, because it's important to know if you have it or not, especially if you are after birth, after pregnancy. Of course, you don't have to check yourself in the first 6 weeks after you just given birth, because you most probably have it, and this is still kind of a period that should not consider. Obviously, most probably you will have it, but of course there are some exercises that you can still do during this period. Anyway, if you are over that time, then after 6 weeks I can advise you to check yourself for diastasis recti. So just to protect yourself, always lie down on the ground like this and then switch to the back. How are we gonna check it? You always bend the knee, so don't keep it like this because you won't be able to feel it that way. Bend your knees and do as if you would like to do a crunch. So lift your head up. You can even put your hand under your head, your neck, just to support your head, and then lift it up. Sometimes you have to come up a little bit over your shoulder blades, a bit higher than your shoulder blades, so maybe you don't have to leave your shoulder blades on the ground, but a bit higher. And then here you have your belly, right? And what we want to do is check between the two lines of your abs. So the two lines, the rectus abdominis, the left and the right. So you lift and you start to feel with your 2 fingers, start to feel the hard part in between your abs, under the layer of fat or a layer of tissues or whatever you have, and start to feel the hard part. And if you can put between the ab lines your fingers, and if you can place your fingers between your ab lines. But for that you have to come off more than your shoulder blades in order to feel it better. And then you go from the top, so from under your chest, going down towards the navel and under your navel to feel it. Now, and then there you have it. You can see if you can put 1, 2, 3 or 4 fingers, or how many fingers you can put. A part of the width of the separation, we also need to check if the separation is kind of deep. So if within the tissues, your layer of tissues that is over the abs, if it can sink really low inside. Like when you check in the abs, if you are able to feel a squishiness, a very softness, soft tissue in your abs between, or is it firm, more firm and hard? I'm not talking about the ab lines, but the tissues between. What you feel, is it like really deep and shallow? Because that also reflects to weak abs and weak core. So not just the width of the separation is the important, but if the softness and the squishiness of it, because that also refers to weak core and can also refer to diastasis recti as well. So in both cases you will need strengthening of the core in order to close the gap, or in order to make the squishiness go away and firmer. So if this was helpful, give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you find out you have separation or not. And I will tell you which are the next steps you could do.